All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ECS series. Topical, joined with me today.
Here's Jay.
Follow on.
Yeah.
Take it away.
So, Cobblestone.
Yeah.
Our next, next map up here.
We talked about it in the break that I believe Mousesports would need the pistol rounds plus consecutive to really have that 6-round handicap going into this. That is as much as you could really ask for, but I don't even think that's going to be handed to them. That would be really best case scenario for Mousesports. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this map is going to be a challenge. Like, it will. I mean, we saw that, you know, Mirage wasn't the best map for them, and, you know, I don't think, you know, again, Analysis Desk wasn't really too fond of them being able to pick it up, and I'm not too fond of them managing to pick this one up either, but, you know, we've talked about how they possibly could. So if we see that this matchup, then that would be, you know, absolutely key for Mousesports. Again, I feel like VirtusPro probably the better team to bet on in this case. But,
for sure.
You know, anything can happen.
I mean, yeah, this is Counter-Strike. It's not NA Counter-Strike, so there's no real, like, well, it's even, no matter what. But knife round did go the way of Mousesports, so they would likely elect to go on their CT side. And I think, let's see, how would they have to do this? Drop-down room is a tough situation, really. Pouring down through there, if your Mousesports' side, could be just a complete death trap. We see VirtusPro electing for a lot more utility rather than armor. They have 3 players with that armor, and then you've got NEO and byali that are really stacked up heavy in the weights right now for the utility. Working through, they are starting to take some chip damage. NiKo is just firing rounds down, but byali survives. My goodness, finally loWel's able to chime himself in, but it is presence to the B site. They're trying to find some real estate, and they do. TaZ gets himself 2, and Snax finds an award as well, leaving it up just to chrisJ and Denis, and there's no kit.
Yeah, TaZ, beautiful shots. I don't know if you saw that, but it was just the flick with the headshot and tapping away and easily done, managing to pick up the second. Denis at least going to see what he can find, but there's only 3 HP on byali. He's got the flank down nicely, and Denis can't land the shots. He finally will land the head right there, so now it's going to be him and chrisJ up against TaZ and Snax. One held up in Chicken Cook, and he does get spotted out. Denis taps away against the tags, but nothing more than that. Snax also going to be closing in from Connect, and Denis going to see if he can take him down. Will take him down through the wall, and now it's going to be all TaZ to defend this one. He just has to play for time. He's got plenty of health up against him. He's going to be able to take down the first one. He can't land the second, however. It is going to be Denis going challenging very, very close range angles. He's running out of time, and he's got a kit, but TaZ, I think he's exhausted this time a lot lower than he really needed to, and it will be VP picking up that pistol after a pretty chaotic pistol round.
And, I mean, they don't really say too often that the games you learn in kindergarten are the most important. They most certainly abused Ring Around the Rosie right there. I mean, for probably a good 6-7 seconds, TaZ is just spinning circles, doing laps. But that pistol round goes the way of VirtusPro, and I said Mousesports need that one. They needed themselves off to a great start.
Yeah, and it will be the buybacks coming through on the VP side. 3 AK-47s, so potential for Mousesports to maybe pick one back and work off of that. But VirtusPro, of course, will be playing passively for that regard, and they'll hold back. They'll wait for those opening picks. They have got 2 MAC-10s, of course, on NEO and byali, and that could be pretty key in terms of being a scout or just looking for those, just looking to farm the money here. We will see challenges, and chrisJ alongside, I believe that is Denis, also up towards the long area. NEO goes challenging, takes him down, nicely done, starts things off perfectly for VP. As bomb is over the way in mid, they'll start making their way on towards the A site. The smokes will land, and it will be loWel at least getting one back here, but he will get traded out, and NiKo goes falling as well. So 4 versus 2 situation. It looks like it will be VP getting control of the A site here.
Well, Denis picks up chrisJ's Mag-7, so he's the guy that's probably hoping to give somebody a little bit of damage to the face, but he's just hunkered down, looking for some exit frags, maybe getting some extra cash for himself for the shotgun frag. He does start to push his way up, but it looks like on the other end of the world is... who is this on the other end of the world? Number 7, that's Spiidi. That's in the drop-down adjacent room right now with a deagle. It's not too bad of a situation. If you're looking for exit frags, you at least have VirtusPro pinned in. They would have to exit and pass you. Spiidi already lets one pass like a ship in the night. That was, in fact, byali that's worked his way into the B side. So they are hunting. They know that Mousesports bought up into this round. There's armor to take off these players. There's weapons to pull out. VirtusPro just hunting.
Yep, 2-4 situation. Spiidi and Denis, 2 very awkward angles, and it looks like Spiidi's just going to get peeked out on. TaZ takes him down, so Denis with a Mag-7 also getting spotted out, and they know exactly where he is. They know exactly where to aim. TaZ will take him down through the wall, and VirtusPro will land their second. So now Mousesports off the back of the force buy will have nothing to work with in this next round. They haven't, and this time it's not even a case that they were able to get the economy weakened. Like they have no choice but to full eco in this one. They will get a couple of upgrades. We will see the P250 come out on the loWel. But other than that, it will just be USPSs and no armor on any player from the CT side of Mousesports.
Yeah, not even a stack. They do send 3 players towards the B site, and that is where most of your attacks do happen. The B site's very easy to enter if you're on the T side. Flashbangs over the top. Mac 10, get her done there, byali. He does end up finding the soft targets, and yeah, the soft targets are incredibly squishy, leaving Denis quickly alone, and he's just going to find his way through the connector. Right now, 1v5 with just a USP. An exit frag here, stealing a weapon would be more than is what expected, but instead just gets his face pulled off by NEO.
Yeah, squishy Mousesports, and you can see pasha managing to land 3 nice kills at the end of that round, and that pretty much was all that needed to shut him down, and that was Denis in a 1 versus 5. Not much he could have done in that instance. Again, you were hoping that maybe there would be a kill picking up a rifle, but not to be today. Instead, it will just be the buy coming through on Mousesports. AWP in the hands of both teams. Snax and chrisJ will hold on to those ones. And byali, interestingly, just does have only the Mac 10 in this case. I don't know if he has enough money to buy up, whether there was something going on in that one, or whether he just opted to hold on to it, but it will be the buy up from VirtusPro, and he has potential to probably do a little bit of scout damage. Yeah,
we see the op. chrisJ's got that one up towards long A, and he has support by Denis that's down in the stairwell for himself. So the back end is covered, but very, very close is TaZ, and chrisJ's going to get a little bit too aggressive here. I thought he was going to actually round the corner. A lot of attention going to be drawn to the B side, and chrisJ might pull off of this position just at the wrong time. He's checking the corner. Oh, he doesn't check completely around, so TaZ gets a freebie. That is the most powerful weapon sent to the wayside. A 4-on-2 now, as it is a completely shattered defense. I mean, the remaining Mousesports players, when they had 2, were on opposite ends of the map. loWel will at least find himself a consolation prize as he grabs that one, grabs himself another nade, and will try and save this. But it is not going to be looking good for Mousesports to start things off. It'll be a 4-0 start. They've got themselves a single M4. They could force buy up behind this. They could get some umps. Maybe a couple more M4s and FAMAS, but if they do with those more expensive weapons, then their utility is completely not there.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, it's just not been a good start, and again, it's a case that, you know, VirtusPro, they're just outplaying Mousesports. Like we were talking on the analysis desk, they need to start outperforming them both on an individual and on a team-based level, and they're just not doing that right now. Now, hopefully, we can see them catch their footing a little bit earlier on in this matchup as opposed to last one in Mirage when it was just way too late into the first half. So we'll see how it goes. loWel is able to pick up a second at least, but it will be a 1-2 situation that he cannot win and he'll opt to save. As VirtusPro do pick up their 4th, it'll be Mousesports back to, well, it could be a force buy. You know, the M4's perfect to force buy around, but they haven't got a whole lot of money on their side.
No, they won't be able. loWel could buy an M4 and share the love, but that's the same situation they were in Mirage. They had that gambler's attitude where they were just trying to force buy up. It's like, all right, if we can win this, we can shut it down. But already VirtusPro's economy has exploded. They're way ahead economically and just weapons-wise as well. So this should be another round for VirtusPro before Mousesports are able to field up rifles to their shoulders, as we are seeing presence across the map from VirtusPro. They respect the fact that Mousesports could be playing aggressive with pistols. They are well aware of the fact that Mousesports' economy is completely shattered. So they're trying to prevent any fast rotations to work flanks and really mitigate the fact that they can really just take a one-dimensional attack and come out on top. Though, loWel does have the M4. He gets himself that first frag, though that AK not recoverable being up in the room. And it looks like NEO will clean up after his fallen comrade, throwing the AK even further behind. Still an advantage, though, for VirtusPro, being an even trade. T's love that, and the fact that they have weapons on top. Molotov will force NiKo out. Oh, and he gets crushed from the high side. Attempted spray transfer, but it is going to be pasha that gets the frag as he makes his way just headlining through the B site. It's just Denis now with a 5-7. He can get kills, and he does. Does the AK fall to his feet? He does. Can he get another one? Almost. Though pasha will clean up. Nice 3K for pasha as he single-handedly just came down through the broken wall and wiped out the B site.
Yeah, Mousesports back up again for another buy-up, and actually the double AWP is coming out this time, so a total change of strategy from what we were having before. chrisJ and NiKo going to work with those, and VirtusPro once again standing buy-ups against Snax with the AWP on his side. In that last round, you know, it almost seemed like a dream for Denis to be able to pick up that AK, then work it onto pasha, and then find his third to close the round out for Mousesports, but not to be the case. It will be the 5-0. in favor of VP, as they will once again passively make their way up towards this A site. And chrisJ is watching mid, and he's going to get mollied off, so it's actually looking in completely the wrong direction, because VP, they're going around the long area, and this could end up working in one of two ways. If he can flick around early, then he might be able to find that first pick. And actually, he does manage to pick up NEO, who goes aggressive towards the middle area. But now he's got to turn his vision completely around, because there's 3 players making their way up to long. Spiidi's going to call it out, picks up byali, looking for the second onto TaZ, and manages to save his teammate as he does go aiming in the right direction. There's a 2 versus 5 situation, and finally, Mousesports will start to find some footing. But as I say that, Snax and pasha chime back with 2, turn it back into a 2-on-3 situation, and they're looking for a little bit more. Bombs on its way up from mid, 55 seconds on the clock. It's got to be up to Mousesports to defend this one.
Yeah, tough spot right now. They're down to 50 seconds as loWel will chip away. It leaves just Snax left. He's got the off over on this short wall, but 3 players working 2 angles. NiKo is just kind of hanging back in reserve as loWel is over towards the wall and will find his way through, possibly into the closet if chosen. But Snax left. Oh, he doesn't even get the shoulder peek at NiKo. Just wings him through the wall. There's a round for Mousesports. We saw the same thing last time, though, where it was a blessing in disguise because Mousesports could not win consecutive rounds. Though they do come up successful this time, it was with 2 ops, and that's not a sustainable situation, especially against a team like VirtusPro. You cannot continually afford up 2 ops. Mousesports needs to win this round, win it healthy, and really set the precedence for the next 3.
Yep, of course, all the risks in the world taking that double AWP, but they were at least able to find the round here, so a case of a second. Of course, if they lose it, like you said, probably end up going to be a reset for the Mousesports side. They will set themselves up very standard angles, but VP, they're going in for the stack over towards the long area, and this can end up working out very, very well for them. If they can go fast and they can take down NiKo, as he will actually land. Well, yeah, I don't think he landed the shot, but he did get flashed out in the perfect timing, so it will work out for them. He spots out the shoulder peek, but once again, VirtusPro, they're just prodding at this site here, trying to see if they can find the first pick or just, find whatever information they can. Once again, the flashbangs will land. NiKo's going to be fully blinded, but here come the smokes, as it looks like they were ready to execute on towards this site here. Once again, NiKo going to be the first line of defense in here. 5 players. And, I'm surprised Mousesports, they haven't gone around for a backstab at this point, because you can see they're wasting all the utility in the world. And, well, it looks like it's actually going to be entirely all for naught. It looks like they'll instead go for a push over in from drop down. 45 seconds on the clock. Here comes the attack.
Well, Spiidi's in a nice spot right now, even though the smokes have completely blanketed and turned the site into a big soup. VirtusPro are slowing things down, just eking their way through. There's actually one behind the rectangle box right now, it seems. That looks like it's pasha, and he says it's clear out here, guys. It's going to be byali getting one. They're going to boost pasha up on top of the box. He just comes the high side down. It's Spiidi, chrisJ, and Denis now with the rotations coming across from chrisJ, but it might be too little too late, or is it? It's just Snax and TaZ on the site, and the bomb's been forfeit over 15 seconds. This should be a round for Mousesports, though it has been expensive. It's just down to Denis now, and he's in the adjacent room as it is going to be a shot from TaZ, but he cannot recover the bomb. 6 seconds. Denis just needs to stay alive. It's going to be aggression. Come around the corner. Nice flashbang. Denis kind of self-flashes it, but time expires. Luckily enough, though, Snax doesn't get clocked. I mean, that was a successful round by Mousesports, though it was way too expensive. Like I said, it's not a sustainable economy.
Yeah, agreed. Like, if you're going for the double AWP setup, you have to do a lot better than a 1v1 in Mousesports' situation. Like, you just can't do it. I mean, it's going to cost you so much economy, and you can see that just looking at this buy up here, even though they have got the double AWPs coming up here, it's still a pretty broken economy. We will see the pause come out, and, if you're Mousesports in the end, it's a tactical pause, you kind of got to think, like, how can we make this work? Again, you need to be able to save everybody, but it's proving to be such a difficult sort of venture for Mousesports.
Yeah, this is, if VirtusPro do elect to buy up into this round, it's not going to be the greatest, because if they had gotten the bomb plant, it wouldn't be really a question at all. So you see NEO has $2,200 into this round. He wouldn't be able to get anything more than Tech 9 armor and then light utility. Really, it's just the recipe for the whole team except for pasha. Though this is going to be a pivot round. Whoever wins this one is likely going to be sending their opponents into an eco situation. So you see the economy for both teams is completely rock bottomed, and this is going to be a bloodbath. We're going to see Tech 9 armor for byali. TaZ has himself the Mac 10. As they sitting some heavy presence towards the B site, but that's nothing out of the ordinary.
Yep, 2 AKs coming out from VirtusPro. Actually, it's a pretty hard buy, so it's a good quasi But again, it's up against a very nice buyout of Mousesports. So this could be the chance when they can start making that double orb work, and not only work, but work efficiently at the cost. So it will be a couple pistols out for VP, NEO, and byali getting a Deagle and Tech 9 respectively. And of course, TaZ also with the Mac 10, which he loves so much. It will be once again the stack. And I wouldn't be surprised, you know, the utility play, the quick play in towards this side, getting those smokes out to block off some key points, and we will actually see one land very nicely right there. As here we go, it will be pushing straight on through to drop down, straight on through towards the long area as pasha going to get some aggression. byali is going to get backed up. Here we go. It's going to be pushed onto B side.
They've got 2 in the connector right now, Mousesports do, to wrap around on the back flank, but the front has to hold, and they can't. It's going to be 2 Tech 9 frags for byali and follow-up frags to boot. Now chrisJ and Spiidi, I mean, Spiidi was blocked off from his team. That would have been a save call instantly, being a 4v2 situation, but instead chrisJ is left alone, and look at the lurk. There's a lurk right now from pasha, so he's going to be gifted chrisJ on a silver platter. Mousesports dropped the round, and that will send them back into an eco. And that's a really tough pill to swallow at this point. This is, it's looking like VirtusPro.
Yeah, that final shot sucked so much because chrisJ no-scope legged pasha. Like, it was so close. It could have been a beautiful shot coming out from Mousesports. And now, again, like I said, that was their perfect opportunity to make that double orb work, and it's just been thrown completely out the window now. Mousesports, they're going to be pretty stuck out in this next one. It's going to be 6-2. It's going to be the eco in VirtusPro. Like you said, VirtusPro, they're up to the full buy here.
Oh, man, look how passive Snax is. Way back long A. Again, VirtusPro respecting the fact that Mousesports economy is broken. We're just going to play back, see if anybody exposes themselves on long angles, and they do. NiKo at long B platform will 2-fall, and it just seems to be the really easy route into the B side if they so choose. One thing I have noticed is VirtusPro have been really willing to throw grenades, and Mousesports are very disciplined. They're holding onto the grenades, but they at some point, it's not really worth it to hold onto your grenades. You're dying with a smoke and 2 flashbangs on hand. I mean, you're just wasting money at that point. VirtusPro is throwing a wave of smokes, and it's just not being reflected in Mousesports' return. chrisJ, oh man, he's just pushed right through the smoke. Everybody knows he's there now. It is going to be NEO to pick up the frag, but that got a little bit threatening. chrisJ could have easily shut down at least 1 or 2 players. He just could not find himself any frag. Now it leaves it to loWel with a Deagle, and I think he is going to be gifted an AK, but he will not make it out of dodge. The pursuit is already on, and loWel hasn't even made it to the AK yet. They're now just contesting the door. He's got the AK, now he's trying to leave, but it is, I'd say, a pursuit. Or will they? Well, they do have byali that's looking for it, and they're going to spread out across the map.
Yeah, loWel just trying to see if he can hold on to this one. He will actually be able to pick up byali, but even so, he's still got to be a survival tactics because VirtusPro know exactly where he is. He's just got to hold it down. Hope to God that NEO doesn't do that and take him out of the action, and he will end up losing that AK to the VP boys. And now it's going to be 7-2, which is not going to help them out. Again, Mousesports going to be back with a pretty bad economy. They're not going to have, you know, very much that they can work with here. Going to be pistols once again. And yeah, there's not really much more you can say about it. It's just going to be probably the half in the favor of VP. And again, you know, Mousesports just getting outplayed every step of the way.
Yeah, it seems like Mousesports are almost drowning at this point. I made the reference to the high tide earlier, and that was when Mousesports had a decent opportunity to at least catch up, but it was a matter of time. But the water level on this match, what we expected on Cobblestone, it already started up at Mousesports chest level, and now it's just starting to drown them out. Spray through. Molotov gets a kill, but it is still a big advantage for your T side as it's 4-on-3. 1 M4 picked up for NiKo, and he'll probably try and hand that over to loWel, who has more HP.
Yeah, just saving from Mousesports at this point. You know, there's not really much that loWel can do in this point because actually NiKo is going to boost him up to a pretty safe spot. Hopefully VirtusPro don't manage to read that out, but it will be the bomb going down, and they're just going to set up some defensive instead. There is one player, it looks like it's pasha, going around the back over towards mid. Hopefully we'll spot someone out, but there's not going to be much the Mousesports can lose. As long as they hold on to that M4, that's pretty much their priority at this point. So they're holding down the defensive to ensure that doesn't happen. loWel, just try not to prompt him, try not to prod him. Don't go for that risk, in my opinion. He might do, because pasha is moving pretty close here, and we'll see how this one does transpire as the bomb does go off. Oh, he looks there, but misses him. Oh, it's so close, and he just gets away scot-free, but he does take the shot anyway. Oh, almost takes him down as well, which doesn't work out, but it will be VP take the 8th round, and Mousesports will at least have the silver lining of that M4 on loWel.
Barely. My goodness, barely. This is a really bad situation if you're Mousesports right now. They have the M4s, but of course the only reason they're able to afford this is they've got some loss bonus stacked up and they saved. Last time they had some success with a double op. This time it's just chrisJ with an op. And it appears as if he's over towards long, or mid rather, and the pressure is all towards the B side. The entirety of platform is completely mollied out right now. Some smokes finally getting thrown by Mousesports. I said they were very, very picky about when they throw these things. That will at least slow VirtusPro down. loWel hanging out on top behind the tree right now. Has a pretty good shot. We saw VirtusPro actually do the counter boost on top of this from the backside. What was gonna, oh man, loWel gets caught with his pants down though. It doesn't seem like TaZ spotted him. So the defense is holding with NiKo, loWel, and Denis all pairing up for a frag apiece, leaving it up to Snax and NEO. They are kind of caught uphill with, or upriver without a paddle, it seems. It's just Snax left alone.
Wow.
Nothing to do. I think they spotted the bomb and they just started to coalesce into the site, and Mousesports overwhelm them.
NiKo with just like 7 HP manages to pick up a nice triple at the end of that round, and that was beautiful for Mousesports. You know, at the very least they'll start finally picking up some leeway here, and hopefully, again, the question is, can they like keep those rounds going? Can they keep it all connecting? You mentioned in the analysis, you know, one of the big mistakes of Mirage was that they just couldn't keep it. They couldn't keep the momentum going. So now's going to be their chance. If not, VP will be on to reset them. And taking a look at the economy as well, VP might end up getting reset themselves. It's a better economy looking than Mousesports, but even so, there's a couple of players here and there, and NiKo starting things off exactly how Mousesports needed to do with a wall banger onto pasha.
Yeah, barely. I mean, that Molotov, he caught it in the breadbasket, so it delayed when it hit the ground. So pasha was not expecting a player to peek right after all that time of it burning down. So Mousesports have themselves a one-man advantage in through mid right now, though Snax has an op. Looks like he might be offered up a frag, but chrisJ is painted into a corner. It's really just a matter of time. That flashbang is not going to help you out, but another flash came through. The timing is just so good for him. And now Denis sells his position out with a Molotov, does get himself a return frag, but 3x3 at the end of the day, and it looks like it's going to be a straight push through as NEO's made his way through the stables and does spot Spiidi that's hanging out towards the bomb site. So they have to unearth Spiidi out of this position to get the bomb down. And there is some support coming in through as well from NiKo, but right now he's smoked out of position oh so close to these guys that are at the half wall.
2v2 situation, 1v2. Now it's going to leave NiKo alone. He manages to get the double, which is exactly the round that Mouse needed. Well, not exactly, of course, one player that remained alive, but even so, starting to get their traction, and this time it's happening a lot earlier in this half than it was in Mirage. And he started things off, he ended things off, and Mousesports will take their 4th. So now it will end up being buybacks on both sides, although VirtusPro looking a lot worse off than Mousesports in this case, as we will see 2 Tech-9s coming out from NEO and Snax. Double AWP once again for Mousesports now. Can they make it work? Because again, they've exhausted a lot of economy trying to keep this one together, and if they lose, that's 2 AWPs out of play. And I mean, the best thing, if they end up losing this round, is to save those AWPs and try not to spend so much money, because again, it's reset potential, and VirtusPro could very easily do some serious damage to Mousesports. It's not an impossible round for the Polish. It still could be very much a doable situation.
Yep, we're seeing smokes rain down onto the B site. They might be conditioning Mousesports into this. You guys see smokes come down. It's going to be a B strike, but we still see 2 players that are way back. So this might be a split A. It could be, but the bomb's already out. They've shown their hand. It's going to be Snax to get a kill as well as byali. And now they've got control of this connector as they so choose, and they are. They're going to split A. The bomb makes its way through the connector up towards the A site, and byali's still on the B site, keeping both NiKo and loWel pinned down. There's nothing Mousesports could have done right there. It just seemed like that whole round their hands were tied. VirtusPro had kind of a deficiency when it comes to their utility and their smokes. We saw when they smoked off this A site, the angle that byali was shooting at from right here is usually smoked off. So they come in, they exploit that fact. Mousesports just kind of caught with, I mean, they were planted. They had their heads in the sand that round. They were not looking around.
Well, the force buy will come through from Mousesports, and you kind of got to think, if you're Mousesports at this point, what really, what's not working? And for me, so far it's the double AWP setup. They haven't got much out of that double AWP, and they've managed to, have crippled economies, and they're going to be back to a force buy here. So at this point, you would just give it up. And if I was Mousesports, that's exactly what I would do. They're doing some decent damage, although chrisJ is going a little bit insane, picks up 2 kills, and he drops the bomb as well. Mousesports can start rotating on through, and they can try to defend this one. It's actually the advantage in favor of him. NEO will finally be able to get that one down. It's still a 4-on-3 situation. However, as a couple of rifles have been recovered for the CET side, Spiidi and NiKo will have to try and make that one work, and NiKo's going to take down TaZ. Nicely done. 3 rifles now on the board for Mousesports, as NEO going to see what he can find towards the smoke. It's going to be Spiidi that takes down Snax, and it's a 1 versus 4 situation that NEO cannot win. He will get shut down, and there will be 9-5. Finally, Mousesports getting 1 more round on the board here.
Yeah. Sorry about the cough right there, but just caught me off guard. But, I mean, that is... Last round prior to that was a really tough situation where it could have been a pivot round. And then the round staggering back and forth as they are right now, coming back and forth, the T's have the advantage when it comes to that because they have that extra source of income. They can get the bomb plants down. Their weapons don't cost nearly as much. They don't have to buy defuse kits. They can come out in favor. But we are into the last round of the first half. Everybody's got rifles. Still an op setup for both sides. chrisJ versus Snax in that spot. A counter boost, though. NiKo is going to get punished completely. So an advantage given to VirtusPro right off the get-go here. Denis is down in mid as well with company. However, can they get anything? It's really just a spray down through the doors. And nothing of real value gained for either side.
Well, 5-on-4 will turn out in favor of VirtusPro and Mousesports. This will be such a nice round for them to win. You know, it will be, you know, the best thing that they can hope for right now. But so far, it's not looking in their favor. A minute to go on the clock, but loWel's got a good angle on pasha, and that will take him right out of the action. It's a 4-on-4 situation. We're back to the defaults. 2 players on either side will be the defensive coming in from Mousesports, and the bomb is all the way in drop down. So the counter boost may turn out to be what was a great misplay for Mousesports, as byali will be able to take out Spiidi. Turn it into a 3-on-4 now, as I think he did spot out Denis. He does spot him out there and takes him out. Nicely done, 2-on-4. And it's just not turning in the way of Mousesports. Finally, chrisJ going to be able to take down 1, but I don't think he realizes it being closed in on 3 players. loWel, last man alive, 1 versus 3. He has to retake. It's the last round of the half. He's going to get mollied away. 40 seconds on the clock. He's got a defuse kit. Can he find these 3?
No, there's still utility to use. A smoke is going to refresh on the door, and that forces loWel to go in towards either the closet. He does spot byali, but byali comes out in favor on the trade. And we only saw it a couple times, but it did seem like the split A for VirtusPro coming down through drop down and then through the connector was the skeleton key. Mousesports had no way to stop it. It was exploited time and time again, and they made it look so easy. All the players were just kind of caught out in the open from any angle exploited by connector.
Yeah, so VirtusPro will come out significantly on top in that half. 10-5, double digits are going for him. So Mousesports will be up for the buy-ups here. So pistol round. Full armor coming out from Mouse, and VP going for the utility buy on Snax, but not surprisingly no armor kit, defuse kit, excuse me, as it will actually be a massacre over towards drop down. NEO's going to get 1, but loWel and NiKo will be able to get 2 back, so it will turn out in favor of Mousesports, but they're pushing on through towards Matrix. Snax is going to be able to get NiKo. Denis is trying to get spotted as TaZ going to get flacked from the back now. 3-on-3 situation, but the bomb is in connector. They have the information on the 3 players on the B site, and that's perfect for Mousesports. They'll get this bomb down at least if they can't get the win. It's going to be Denis to try and defend, and now it will be a 2-on-3 situation. loWel will get the bomb down, and now Snax, TaZ, and NEO up for the retake, and they're going in from the back.
Well, it's their real only opportunity. It's going to take them a little bit extra time to go that direction. They don't have kits, so time is of the essence. Spiidi hanging out over by Humpty Dumpty, and then you got loWel that's over by the APC. It's really a 2-dimensional attack. How long can he hang out? He does big time. I thought he would only last a couple seconds, and he finally dies behind the APC. 1-on-1 situation, but again, armored Spiidi. Oh my God, is there enough time? I think there is. TaZ comes up massive. I mean, there was a 2-man hold post-plant. So well played from VirtusPro. Yeah, they've definitely got this one. So
oh, it's close.
Yeah, that was just well executed. Yeah, I mean, TaZ is thank God. Time was of the essence. The B site was being contested. It just didn't seem like Denis could slow those guys down from leaving the B site. His role at that point, it was originally a B strike operation there. And then they just realized, hey, you know what? There's nobody at the A side. It was a stack B. And they egressed out, but Denis could not make enough of an impact.
11-5 and a pistol round that should have gone in Mousesports' favor. It didn't, and VP, they'll pick up their 11th, and, well, Mousesports, they'll be back on the buybacks at least. They did manage to do a lot of damage to VP. They'll have a lot of money on NiKo, who will be holding with the AK, as well as that byali is on the defensive with the MP9. gets shut down. Denis gets one back. Pasha gets NiKo. And now it's going to be a 3-on-4 situation as Denis goes falling. chrisJ going to get one with the deagle, but Neo's there to try and trade it out. Doesn't manage to land it as he does need to reload. loWel gets one. And it's going to be a 2-on-2, but through the smoke, the bomb gets dropped, and now loWel needs to find his kills. I think he's gone directly past one of the players. Yeah, he has. In fact, TaZ will shut him down. Very nicely done. And VP will pick up that 12th.
Yeah, and they got themselves an AK donated to them as well, so it's not too bad of a situation for VirtusPro. There was some economic damage, but I think they still came out on top. Now Mousesports, without getting another bomb plant down, will be forced up into really just Glocks. Some P250s shared about with loWel and Denis. This would be, I'd say 9 out of 10 doctors agree that if you just have some pistols, just in no utility, it's really going to be a beast strike, and you have to overwhelm some players. We are going to see Snax catch one. That was Denis, but it's a split push for Mousesports, so I guess they're just trying to probe and see if there's any weaknesses in the defense for VirtusPro, but there's not. They are spread out across the map, and when you have rifles on long angles, the guys with guns are going to shoot the guys without guns. So Snax is going to stack up another body, and it could be a third as well, as now just loWel remains in the stairwell.
Well, I'll be back up for the buybacks probably in the next round, but Mousesports not having the best of situations so far. It looks like it'll be a 13th round for VP because loWel, not a whole lot that he can do in this situation, not a whole lot that he can work with here. Managed to pick up the headshot at least with the P250, but TaZ is there from the other angle, just takes him out of the action, and that's going to be 13-5, easy peasy Japanesey for VP. As it will be the buybacks coming on through. The AKs will come out for Mousesports, and chrisJ with the perfect amount of money to buy the AWP. The question is, will he go glass cannon? He won't. He will have the full AK buy on the Mousesports side. So it's going to be your first rifle round, hopefully going in favor of Mousesports. Again, they need to start outplaying them because if they lose this one, it's going to be VP 14-5, Eco 15-5. That's map point, and that could end up working against Mousesports in a worse scoreline than a Mirage.
Right, so Mousesports right now need to control the pace of this one, and they can, but VirtusPro are kind of sitting on the back end of things. They have been sitting passive when they know that their economy for their opponents are broken. Right now, Snax with a great pop flash, but he doesn't aggressive forward to see that these guys were completely blind. Instead, he throws a nade, falls back to his comrade in arms. So it's going to be a boost now up on top of Humpty Dumpty. That will be Snax to the high side of that one. And they'll set up into a pretty good defense, but it still could go both directions for Mousesports. The winds haven't really changed to show us which way it is going to be, but it does look like now that the bomb making its way through mid, that is what is going to be the recipe for hopefully success for Mousesports. NiKo got a kill towards B, so unless VirtusPro are not aware of the fact that NiKo has been the guy that's away from his team playing lurk role, they should know that it should be leaning A.
4-5 situation. Mousesports getting the advantage, but they're running the clock down pretty low here. The utility will land, and they'll try and see how much they can block out of the VP vision. 35 seconds on the clock. They will start pushing on through, and Snax is in the perfect spot. If they don't spot him out, it's going to work so badly as the bomb goes in first. He drops it, gets the info. TaZ follows it up, and it will be loWel to get one back. 3 versus 4. Pasha's going to see what he can do, but loWel takes him down, and there's NEO going to be able to take down one as well. Oh no, wait, that's his teammate. I just realized that's not what you want to see, VP. Come on. What was that? You can't have that. No, you don't do that. That's going to be handing Mousesports their 6th round, and VP probably going to be kicking themselves a little bit after that one.
I mean, they were running out of time. Time was of the essence. And so with time combined with smokes and flashbangs and the fact that you were overrunning them fairly handily, that creates confusion on the site. And when there's confusion on the site, things like that can happen, especially if somebody just falls out of the smoke right in front of you and just panic and tap away. So a round goes the way, finally, of Mousesports, the first one in the second half. It comes when the rifles were finally back up for themselves. Nice catch right there from NiKo as he caught one right into the breadbasket of the lower leg or something below the belt. So some good chip damage, but we are going to see byali go for the counter boost. There's smoke looming right here, so he's not quite brave enough. He could go into that edge position against the threshold of the door, but instead he's just electing to hang out on the edge of it as he creeps his way forward. Now with the CZ right here, could be lethal if he steals himself an AK and gets out of that position safely. That could be exactly what they need, another rifle on their side.
Well, nothing coming in so far. A minute on the clock. It looks like Mouse will probably end up being stacking on towards the B side. But look at byali. He's gone for the counter boost of his own, taking a leaf out of the Mousesports book from the first half, and he will make it work this time. Takes down loWel. Looks for the second onto Spiidi, but he will actually manage to land the kill instead. So that'll be one man down for Mousesports. 4 for 4, 3 for 4, as it will actually be traded pretty even so far. pasha gets NiKo. It's going to be WoW. Trading very nicely. 2-on-3 situation, so doable for Snax and TaZ. But Denis, Spiidi, and chrisJ, they are going to get the bomb down on towards the site. So retakes have to land. The molly's placed well. The flashbang's placed even better, as it will be Snax actually getting Denis nicely through there. But Spiidi takes him out of the action. So 1-on-2 now. Can TaZ pull off a ridiculous VP clutch? It's looking even more unlikely as the tags land. And he's down to 7 HP, and it looks like he realizes it's best to cut his losses and try not to get himself killed, and hopefully maybe look for a couple of exit frags, do some more damage to the Mousesports economy. But finally, Mousesports will start really ramping up the pressure on VirtusPro, as they will take their 7th round, and they will be 6 away from tying it up.
Yeah, Virtus won't have the economy to back up what TaZ has to offer, saving this rifle. Honestly, from my perspective, it would have been a save call instantly. It was 2-on-3, you have an M4 and an AWP and no kits. And unless you get that kill instantly on the retake, which they did, I think it was Snax that poked his head in, got an AWP frag right off the get-go, but it just wasn't enough. They needed to gain ground quickly, and they weren't able to do so. So we're going to go into the top of the 21st round, and it's that M4 backed up with some pistols, so it's a very, very weak front line for VirtusPro. It's going to be all up to TaZ to really set the precedent, and he's at long A right now, and there's not too much presence for Mousesports in that direction. Mouse is just kind of hanging back. The same thing what Virtus has been doing. We know we've broken their economy. Let's see if they offer up some free frags.
Yeah, it looks like we'll end up being in favor of Mousesports for this next one. Once again, we'll see them stack up towards drop down, and I think towards long as well. We're going one more player also holding back towards mid. chrisJ does actually spot out Snax. AWP just rubbing it in for insult to injury. It will be one man down for VirtusPro to start things off. I just got to wait on Mousesports at this point to just push their way on through towards the site, and it should just be easy pickings. TaZ has rotated over towards B, so they are actually forming a stack up here with what they've got so far, and byali does catch off Spiidi off guard. So now the push will come in from drop down. Put the Denis to push on through towards the long area. Takes down pasha. loWel gets TaZ. It's just going to be up towards the kills. But look, the TKs. What is with these two maps? I don't get it. What?
We saw what? We saw one in Mirage, and we saw two so far in Cobblestone. So a little bit of, I mean, just accidental. All of it's accidental. I don't know about that one from Spiidi, though. That one may have been intentional. I don't know. That one was pretty obvious, though we did watch it at like half speed. So, I mean, give that to him. So we're going to see rifles again for VirtusPro. Hopefully no more team kills. Virtus do bottom out their economy once again to try and really stop the push. Mousesports have found themselves 3 rounds in consecutive order rather convincingly as well. One of those being up against pistols, so no big deal, though Mousesports is finally going to be contested this time with a serious assortment of rifles, though the utility is weak for VirtusPro's side.
Yep, 5-on-5, no picks coming in so far, but Mousesports do have the slightly superior buy, of course, the AWP on chrisJ. Very crucial if he can play that very aggressive and very well. We've seen him play decent so far. I mean, he's been a very key player in a lot of these rounds, so it'll be up to him to see if he can do the same here, as it looks like it will be the 5-man stack from Mousesports into the long area, and VirtusPro also playing 2 from the site, 1 also towards drop down, and they're going to give away a little bit of information, so this might be something that VirtusPro might want to take a gamble on. You can see that pasha is taking a bit of a gamble himself. He gives away some information. He actually manages to back off, takes down NiKo, takes down a second onto Spiidi, and that's going to be NEO also chiming in on towards Denis. Stops the bomb just about, and now chrisJ with the AWP has to make the next couple kills work, but the knife comes out from pasha, and that is going to leave Mousesports not only decimated, but embarrassed, as VirtusPro will make it 1 away once again from that point.
Oh my goodness, that is, I mean, he was offered up the first kill for free. Jumped down backwards through the smoke and was like, oh, sure, I'll shoot you in the back of the head if you so please. And then he just walks up over the top and gets another knife kill. So a lot of money right now in pasha's pocketbook, as he's all full bought up and has himself 3K to back that up as well. So, I mean, they could have given NEO. NEO, do you have a gun? No? No, I guess just a 5.7 is fine for NEO. I mean, there was enough money to at least give him a FAMAS if they so chose. Mousesports are wielding Ops AKs and a Deagle on Spiidi's hands right now. So Mousesports are just playing things slow, as they have been. A lot of these rounds have been going the distance. Oh, what a grenade. Oh, byali caught that one. That's 50 damage to start things off. That's exactly what they need. I mean, byali might consider now giving that M4 over to NEO.
Yeah, it's not a good start for VP, and after a round like that, you know, it would be great to string that one together and get it to map point, because Mousesports, they've already been pretty crushed. That would probably take it to the straight-up victory for VP in 2-0. So Spiidi having the Deagle on his side, so there's the pistol on either one. But again, you know, you might want to consider, do you want to drop that to NEO? That would be a very nice addition to his arsenal, as pasha's going to get tagged down. It will be, oh, very nice read from TaZ, takes down Spiidi, and now he's going to see if he can find a little bit more as chrisJ goes peeking, and TaZ has the perfect angle because that AWP can't land that shot, and it's going to be NEO to take down NiKo. And just a 2-on-5 situation, not very good at all. As the bomb's being dropped, loWel's going to see what he can do. Does take down pasha at least and lands a second onto NEO, but even so, they know his position, and he's just got 23 HP to work with. Picks up the bomb, 20 seconds on the clock. He has to hit the B site, or at least take down all 3 remaining players, and it's not going to happen. VP take 15-8 and map point, and again, Mousesports not looking great for economy. It looks like it's going to be another VP victory.
It could be. Mousesports, I mean, there's nothing to lose at this point. Mousesports have to really mix something up. The fact that they have a weaker economy here, we haven't really seen any Rash B or anything like that. Very methodical from Mousesports, and VirtusPro has been able to just pick them off one by one as they march their way through. Though they are going to push in. It looks down towards the double doors, but they are smoked off. VirtusPro forcing them to push through the smoke. Straight they go. TaZ is there, waiting, throwing a Molotov. Might cut the head off the snake. He's going to dice him up, gets himself killed. I thought he had that one lined up. He did considerable damage, but look at the lineup now. Snax gets himself one. Snax working on the next one. Gets the no-scope. It looked like he wanted to pull the trigger a couple times. We'll finally get it. A 2-on-3. chrisJ has managed to get himself an M4, but loWel's tagged up, and a stiff breeze is all it takes to knock him down. So he's dead, and that's all she wrote.
16-8. Yeah,
didn't we call that? I think I said 16-8 or 9. One of the two. But, I mean, look at this. Watch. I love this from Snax. It looks a couple times like he wants to pull the trigger. He's like, no. Now the opportunity has given itself. A fully exposed terrorist in the stairwell.
You could say it was the AWP opportunity.
You could. I'm fairly certain someone has done that before, but I'm not.
I'm pretty sure has. I'm not very good at making up puns, so maybe somebody has. Anyway,
I'm sure.
We'll break this one down on the analyst desk in just a little bit. We'll go to a quick break, however, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with just a little bit.